So at Broome High School, I'm picking my proteges up, my helpers, my operators, Kiasia and Malachi. Ari had exams this. She had exams this week, so I'm not picking her up. All right, so check this out. So what I also want to do on my channel is talk about a bunch of barbering stuff. I know a bunch of people have concepts, ideas, questions, comments, concerns, things of that nature. And what I'm trying to do is if I can find certain philosophies behind it, then that's what I plan on bringing to y'all and trying to expand on. You know, some of the stuff that may be more subtle that you might not think about, in addition to a bunch of the stuff that all the other barbers do, all the other barber instructors talk about concerning barbering and stuff like that. Now, that will be within my barbering playlist, in addition to my channel as a whole, which would be all kinds of shit. So I'm interested in literally all kinds of shit. But my barbering playlist, like I said, I'm gonna try to find all of the philosophy stuff. I'm trying to bring the philosophy to the craft as well, because I feel like if you can see the big picture, no matter what you do, you can figure out a way to problem solve and work your way to a solution for whatever problem that you might have as far as barbering. So let's get that out the way. Now, with that being said, one of the first things I want to talk about, I hear this all the time with somebody that wants to learn barbering. They'll come to me and they'll be like, look, I'm trying to get into barbering. My first question will be like, okay, do you have any experience? And I will typically hear this. So yeah, I know how to cut. I know how to do it even all over. I know how to shape. But my biggest thing that I need to learn is how to fade. Here's my response to this. I am willing to bet anything I got that if you put more effort into your fundamentals, and the more effort you put into your fundamentals, the better you can do it even all over, the better you can shape, the better your fade is going to be. Now, that might sound a little weird at first, but anybody that's been around me and that has been under me as far as learning the fade or whatever, I promise you, two big fundamentals. If you focus on those instead of focusing on just the fade, you are going to get much further fading. It sounds very weird and ironic, but those two biggest things are pressure and the angle of the blade to the skin and to the hair. Again, my two biggest fundamentals is pressure and the angle of the blade on the surface where you're cutting the hair. And here's the thing. If you can learn those two things, your fading is going to increase by a larger percentage. And guess what the best way to learn those two techniques and those two concepts are? Doing it even all over and doing shape ups, the stuff that you swear you can do already. So we will be talking about that a lot more in detail when I get a chance. When I can get near my equipment and all that stuff, I'll show you and I'll give you plenty of examples of what I'm talking about. I will probably reinforce this idea over and over and over and over. It's just like, say, basketball. So you're not just gonna walk on the court first and just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be shooting a bunch of 3-pointers and just come out the gate and you think you Steph Curry. It ain't gonna work that way. First thing they're probably gonna have you doing is some damn layups and some foul shots, and layups and foul shots, and layups and foul shots. And then you start doing a little set shot here or a bank shot there. Then you increase your distance, and next thing you know, you might be shooting half court like Steph Curry or some shit like that. Same concept, same principle with barbering. So two biggest fundamentals: pressure, angle of the blade on the contour of the area that you're trying to cut the hair. All right,